and Steve Jones with you. Just moments away from the tip-off. Let's meet the Los Angeles Lakers as they'll start it in tonight's ball game. AC Green and James Worthy at the forwards. Abdul-Jabbar, who's just a younger man since he left Mark Eaton and has a chance at James Donaldson. Magic Johnson and Byron Scott both having exceptional series against the Dallas Mavericks. And Pat Riley, who says this is a very difficult arena in which to play. And the Mavericks have won a couple of times here against the Lakers in the playoffs. Mark Aguirre and Perkins will be up front for Dallas. Donaldson at center. He has his hands full and has throughout this series. Harper and Blackman are the guards, and Harper and Blackman have been struggling in the series versus Los Angeles. How they defense the Los Angeles Lakers will make a lot of difference in this ball game. John McLeod, 4 times he has been to the conference finals. They were with the Phoenix Suns when he was the head coach there. Lakers and Mavericks, game 3. In L.A., they're talking about a 4-0 sweep. We're talking about it here in Dallas, too, everybody except the Mavericks themselves.
Well, this is a game. This is a game tonight if the Dallas Mavericks are to make a series of it. If they don't make a statement tonight, even if they win in the 4th game, it is going to be a short series for them. So they have got to come out and establish themselves at both ends of the floor.
As has happened in all 3 of these first games, the Mavericks' first half-court play has been to go down low to Donaldson. 2 out of the 3 games he has scored. Abdul-Jabbar answers with a skyhook. What a statement Kareem makes when he makes something definitive happen early in a ball game for these Lakers.
Well, we've seen both teams try to establish inside games with their centers, and of course, the Lakers again near turnover there.
Donaldson on the floor. It's a jump ball. Magic Johnson and James Donaldson. Is Donaldson all right?
Well, big guys aren't used to going on the floor like that, and he's got a knee problem as it is, so he probably banged it pretty good, and that's why he's feeling a little faint right now. But I was going to say, of the 2 people in the center, certainly Kareem is the better offensive player.
And Dallas trainer out looking at James Donaldson. You can see he was hit in the nose on that play, so we have an injury timeout on the floor. 11:09 to go, first quarter, just underway. Darryl Garrettson, Hugh Hollins are officials tonight, by the way. Dick Bavetta is the alternate. Hugh Hollins is the man who called the injury timeout as Donaldson is helped over to the bench, and Roy Tarpley is going to make a very early entrance into this ballgame. And Steve, that could change things around, not to make a rap at Donaldson, but that could change things in favor of Dallas getting Tarpley in this early.
Well, it hasn't so far, because when they've gone into their defensive end of things, then they've had a situation where Kareem has been guarded by Sam Perkins. Now, I think what's going to happen here is Donaldson is going to have to jump before Tarpley can come into the game. Otherwise, he'd have to stay out of the ball game. So he's going to have to stay in, jump, and then they will get him out of the ball game.
He is in for the jump ball against Magic Johnson. Johnson at 6'9".
Of course, now we know Darryl Garrettson's here, so we won't get any phone calls about whether our interpretation or understanding of the rules are right or wrong. Lakers control the tip.
And get the run off of that play, and Donaldson remains in the game, but they're going to get him out in just a moment as Tarpley awaits on the sideline. It's tied at 2. A little over a minute gone in the first quarter.
When a fella's got a problem, usually you try to go right at him, and Byron Scott misses over the top. Donaldson can't control. That will give them a chance to get Donaldson out of the game. Tarpley comes in.
Well, Donaldson was hit in the nose. What kind of problem that'll cause for him, we'll find out and report to you. And Roy Tarpley is the leading rebounder in the playoffs of all the players remaining in the NBA playoffs. Olajuwon leads in the total playoff statistics in that department. Worthy kicks it back out. 10 on the shot clock, and there's Scott on the penetration, stripped away. It's going to be Dallas ball. Tied at 2. I've seen the Mavericks here at Reunion Arena and on the road to the NBA this year, and believe me, they are a different team at Reunion Arena. Perkins inside. He's fouled.
Well, that foul's going to be by Magic Johnson, and that's one of those oh-by-the-way fouls. I just happened to be in the neighborhood when the ball came down, and I couldn't let you get your hands up, so they will have a new 24, first on Magic Johnson.
Perkins, by the way, averaging just over 2 rebounds a game in this series. 7 in the playoffs, so they need him on the boards more. He's 7 feet tall. Blackman tries to drop it off. Tarpley can't handle it. Dallas turnover number 2. Lakers have had 1, and Los Angeles controls with both teams tied at 2. 10 minutes to go, first quarter. Worthy, defended by Perkins. Got Perkins in the air. Illegal defense is called against Dallas prior to the basket.
Before you look at Daryl Garrettson, who was it on? Mark Aguirre.
Mark Aguirre.
And you know what? He's going to be the guy that's going to freelance tonight. He's guarding AC Green, and he's going to run to him. That time he was in between, didn't get there.
Tied at 2. AC Green left open from the corner. Rebound Abdul-Jabbar. Strapped away by Tarpley. Here comes Harper. Blackman into the paint. Back to Harper. Oh, Dallas had trouble finishing that fast break. Now they get it to Blackman. And he buries it. 4-2 Dallas. Dallas defense is back much more quickly, causing Byron Scott to miss. More effort defensively this time. Perkins, 6-2 Dallas. AC Green. He's hit from both sides of the paint now. It's 6-4 Dallas. Tarpley left open behind the screen. Rebound Magic Johnson. Byron Scott pulls up. Out of bounds, off Worthy, Dallas ball.
Well, the Dallas Mavericks haven't had many chances to run, and they don't stop the ball soon enough, and that allows Sam Perkins an easy opportunity. So the Lakers have not seen that, and Dallas would like to have easier chances tonight.
Blackman comes off the Tarpley screen and misses again from the wing. Hit one from the corner a moment ago.
Well, the thing that they have tried to do as Worthy works inside and scores is tried to cut down on their perimeter shots, but that is part of their game. Blackman's a jump shooter, Harper's a jump shooter, and so is Aguirre. So they have got to get those shots and shoot them with some confidence.
This game's tied at 6. Tarpley has it batted away by Abdul-Jabbar. Not a goaltend. That was a block shot with 9 on the clock for Dallas.
Tarpley with a good, strong drive, and that's when Kareem is at his best defensively. When he can take a step, good job by him. Blackman from the top.
That's his spot. He really shoots well from there. He shoots well from almost everywhere, but if you leave him open from 18 at the top, count it. Kareem missing on the little hook shot, kept alive by Perkins, and Tarpley handling it in the open floor. Has Aguirre all alone at the end. Mark Aguirre, 10-6 Dallas. AC Green got inside of Mark Aguirre. Got the very tough entry pass and jammed it.
Well, that was a play they'd been able to work very well in Los Angeles, and that's the first time they're able to enter it tonight. Aguirre begging for a call right there.
And a timeout called and charged for the Dallas Mavericks. 7:15 to go in the first quarter. Dallas up by 2. Steve Jones with you at Reunion Arena. You know, earlier in the year in March, Basketball Digest, the publication, came out with a story proclaiming Rolando Blackman and Derek Harper the best guards in the NBA. It did not make people in Los Angeles happy, particularly Byron Scott, who was asked if he did, in fact, take the magazine and stomp on it when he saw it.
Well, I didn't do what everybody said as far as threw it on the ground and stumped it and things like that. I looked at it, and I honestly felt that whoever printed it before the season started. And I didn't really get upset, but I guess it was like the first time we came to Dallas to play, and I kind of took it personal because I felt that we had the best backcourt in the league. And so myself and Magic kind of took it upon ourselves to go out and do a good job on them and then have great games ourselves.
Byron Scott reacting to a Basketball Digest article that said Harper and Blackman were the best guards in the league. Roy Tarpley 12-8 Dallas.
That's a shot that's going to be available to Tarpley all night long because Kareem is not going to come out and guard him, but at the other end, Kareem should be able to score on Tarpley.
Worthy draws Perkins into it at the free throw line. Two North Carolina alums.
First team foul for the Mavericks.
Well, the free throw situation has been interesting in this series, Steve. The Dallas Mavericks have only shot 28. LA has shot 49%. Another turnover, Dallas ball.
Well, it's the kind of game that they play. LA has been going to the basket. They've been breaking. They've been in a situation where Dallas has been waving and picking up those kinds of personal fouls. On the other hand, they have been playing from the perimeter, and you're not going to get a lot of fouls when you're shooting jump shots. Tarpley against Kareem.
Nice moves. His left-handed hook over the big guy doesn't go. Outlet pass from Magic to Worthy.
And one of the reasons that Magic is throwing that ball as far as he is because he doesn't run as well due to the groin injury. So you're going to see a lot of those kinds of passes trying to get the Lakers an early opportunity. Double on Kareem. No good.
No help. The double doesn't help a lot unless they get on each other's shoulders sometimes. 12-10 Dallas. McGuire over the double team. He barrels it. Green and Worthy were right in his face. McGuire has 4.
Double teams are only good if the guy gives the ball up or he misses the shot. Otherwise, you know what? It's a waste of time. A double on Worthy.
And he gives it up to AC Green, who misses from the perimeter, but there is Abdul-Jabbar. Feeds to Scott. Fouled by Tarpley.
See, that time the double team worked because Green missed a shot, but Kareem got it. And one thing that Byron Scott has done better in this series is try to attack the basket. And he was available for an inside chance, got the foul.
Byron Scott, 2 shots.
First is on Roy Tarpley.
Byron Scott shooting 58% from the floor, 26.5 points per game. 14. Now he's 15 out of 16 from the line. There you see. Look at his points. The middle column there. 12-3, 23-1, and 26-5. Tuning it up another level every playoff round.
In other words, he's supposed to average 30 or thereabouts if they make it to the final.
Look out, somebody. He's a serious contender for the playoff MVP at this point in the series. Good drive by Harper. Can't get it to go. But Harper steals it from Johnson. Now Perkins can't handle it. And Scott is there to collect it. Magic with the drive and the layup. As Steve told you, he favors himself a little with that groin. He saves it for when he needs to make the quick sprint move. And it's tied at 14. 5 minutes to go first quarter.
Again, Magic Johnson is guarding Sam Perkins. He has not really gotten a chance to get involved. We'll see if they come back to Perkins. Harper from the top.
Harper's first basket of the night. Harper shooting only 43% from the floor. He's been ice cold. He's not even shooting well from the free throw line. Scott off the baseline screen, kicks it out to Magic. He finds Worthy. Worthy has 4. Green has 4. Abdul-Jabbar has 4.
You know, when you have the ability to shoot the ball, your confidence is the direct reflection of how well you're doing. And when your confidence is low, you don't shoot the ball well. And Harper has struggled almost the entire season. Aguirre from outside.
Misses the three-point attempt. Was kept alive by Blackman, but Abdul-Jabbar gets it to Scott. Worthy all alone. What a penetration move by Worthy. Missed the left-handed hook. Now Aguirre kicks it out, and the Mavericks have 4-on-4. Perkins is fouled, misses the layup. AC Green is first.
If the Mavericks are doing anything different in Game 3, they are challenging and looking for easy opportunities. The ball was missed. They pushed it that time. They tried to squeeze it inside to Sam Perkins. They were fortunate the ball bounced back up to him, but he went right up to the hoop, and they get the personal foul.
Perkins is shooting his first free throw of this LA-Dallas series, giving you an idea that that 7-footer also is not down low playing post-up basketball. He's mainly another perimeter kind of player, even though he's a 7-footer. And he's 1 out of 2 in the series from the free throw line. 17-16 Dallas. Under 4 minutes to go. First quarter. Worthy comes off the baseline. The turnaround. He has 6. And the Lakers have reclaimed the lead by 1. McGuire gets the basket and the foul. Michael Thompson about to check in for Los Angeles for Abdul-Jabbar.
The thing that makes McGuire so tough is his ability to attack the basket, and when he can get it like that and just overpower his opponent, then you have a tendency to want to back off of him. Then he shoots over the top, plus he can post up. Michael Thompson in the ball game. Kareem sits down.
20-18 Dallas. 3:37 to go first quarter. Harper picking up Magic Johnson with some help from Blackman. Now they switch back. Blackman's on Scott. Harper's on Johnson. They opened the first game, did the Mavericks, with a reverse of those defensive roles, and they did not work out at all.
Well, they haven't worked this way either, but they feel more comfortable with it. So if nothing else happened, at least you got guys that you're familiar checking. Mavericks can't control it.
Perkins and Aguirre battling for it against each other and lost it. Michael Cooper comes into the ball game for Los Angeles, and AC Green will get a rest. So Cooper, Scott, Michael Thompson, Magic Johnson, and Worthy are in there for Los Angeles. Lakers trailing by 2. Perkins on Worthy, gets some help from Harper. Magic misses, rebound Aguirre.
Well, this is a tough assignment for Magic Johnson. They posted Aguirre up. They tossed it back out for 3.
Aguirre will take it to the hoop. Fouled hard by Michael Thompson.
Again, Aguirre just powers his way inside. Thompson trying to get to the ball. We got a timeout.
And they're on their feet at Reunion Arena.
Even though we were playing guys like Magic and Kareem, I think we wanted to go out there and kind of show the world that we belonged at that point.
It is 6 out of 8 from the free throw line in the series with the Lakers. Dallas not shooting the free throws well in the series. They were only 19 of 28 coming into this game. Aguirre gets them both. The Laker guards are not exactly taking names tonight early. Scott's 0 for 4. Magic's just 1 out of 2. Combined, that's 1 for 6 from the perimeter for Los Angeles. 9 on the shot clock for the Lakers, and Scott is 0 for 5.
Well, he passed on the first shot that he had. Tough try by Tarpley. Good rebound, Sam Perkins.
Perkins doing what they need for him to do, and that's get down low. Offensive board and the stick back, 24-18. Dallas with their biggest lead, 6 points. Thompson got inside of Tarpley for the basket. Under 2 minutes to go, first quarter.
What will be important for the Los Angeles Lakers is to be in the hunt at the end of 1. They haven't had that dominant first period where they seem to be able to do whatever they want, and Dallas has really picked up confidence-wise. So 8 seconds on the shot clock.
Blackman spins into the lane. Two-handed shovel doesn't go. There's Aguirre sticking it back in. Mark Aguirre has 11 points.
I thought you said he had a bruised heel.
He doesn't score with his heel. Harper picks up his first personal.
Tarpley takes a tough try and has to make some adjustments over the defensive James Worthy. Thompson mistimes his leap, and that allows the long arms of Sam Perkins to reach in, jam it over the top. Cooper for 3.
And he's got it. Cooper is red hot from three-point territory. He is now 4 out of 6 in this series and 16 of 27. That's nearly 60% from three-point territory. Aguirre missing from long range. 26-23. Lakers could pull to within 1 or tie it. Rambus is going to be in the ball game for LA in a moment.
Well, Magic has not looked to really be offensive-minded. He's been swinging the ball across the floor. This time they don't get it. Cooper kept it alive. Almost makes the save, but he stepped on the line.
It'll be Dallas ball with 49 seconds remaining in the quarter. And Rambus comes in. Scott gets a rest, and Byron Scott has definitely cooled off in this ball game as he's 0 for 5 from the perimeter.
No, that's not cool. He just is off to a slow start. He's the kind of fella that can strike and get for 16 in a period.
That's right. He believes that if he's a 60% shooter, that he's got to hit like his next 6 in a row now.
Ali's like all shooters. You miss 10 in a row and think the next 10 are going to go in. Aguirre misses. Tarpley misses.
Easy opportunity blown there, both from Aguirre and then Tarpley. 26-23, Dallas. 17 and 16 and counting remaining in the quarter.
Well, Worthy is saying, I know you want one, but look who I've got on my back. I've got a guard. Give me that ball.
They did, and he scored. Magic Johnson says, I can hear. Lost out of bounds on the left-handed dribble by Aguirre. It is Dallas basketball with 2 seconds remaining in the quarter.
See, you know why they got the ball back? Because all the guys in purple they had shirts on. And whenever you point that way, the refs is automatically going to point the other way. Dallas keeps it.
Perkins back to Tarpley for 3 at the buzzer. Would have counted. 26-25, Dallas by with Steve Jones. This is Bob Neal from Reunion Arena, Dallas, Texas. Dallas out in front by 1 as we begin the second 12-minute period. And the Lakers came in here shooting 58% in the series. Mavericks 51%, both down in the first game.
Well, they're both down, but if you're a Dallas fan, it's a huge improvement. They're under 50% for the first time. There have not been a lot of free throws for either team. The rebounds fairly even in the turnovers once again, and that reflects the period. A 1-point lead for the Dallas Mavericks. Brad Davis is in the ball game for the Dallas Mavericks as we get ready for period number 2.
You see the backcourt shooting. Fast breaks. Dallas 4 breaks and 7 points. LA 2 breaks, only 2 points off the fast break for the Showtime Lakers.
Well, there was a good entry pass to Worthy, and it just popped out of his hand. Brad Davis starts to break for the Dallas Mavericks. Rebound Aguirre.
Oh, nice job. Finger roll falls. Mark Aguirre has 13 points in this game. Dallas by 3.
Oh, I guess you know that bruised heel story is going to haunt you all night long if that fella keeps playing like that.
Or he's going to bruise his heel before every ball game. Perkins with the loose ball. 2 straight LA turnovers. LA now with 4 in the game. Perkins with a good play by Tarpley to keep that ball alive. Aguirre misses. Rebound Tarpley. Left hand puts it back in. 5-point Dallas lead.
So if this is what home cooking and sleeping in your bed does for you, these fellas better never leave home. They've certainly been more aggressive tonight, and they have reacted to the ball better. Inside play for Rambus.
Rambus had posted the shorter Brad Davis and was begging for the ball. 30-27 Dallas. Now Aguirre against Worthy. There's the double team. Shot clock down to 10. Tarpley, baseline hook. Tipped away by Davis, controlled by Michael Thompson.
See, the thing that they have done better tonight is contest the ball after it's been inside. Magic Johnson trying to go all the way, nearly knocked away.
Magic missing. Rambus scoring his 4th point of this ball game.
Now that isn't the true style of a garbage man. The ball is knocked around by everybody else, and you happen to be on the other side. An easy 2 for Rambus.
Rambus started 6 of the early playoff games. Went to the bench, only playing about 11 minutes a game now. Harper kicks it back to Davis. He likes this position. Davis. Byron Scott on the bench for LA. 0 for 5 from the floor tonight after leading LA in scoring in the previous games. Eight on the shot clock for LA.
Thompson.
Tough shot by Michael Thompson. He spins inside, and he has 4 points off the bench. Now
see, when Perkins is posted up and he's asking for the ball, there's a little bit of hesitancy to drop it in. They get an illegal defense against the Los Angeles Lakers. You watch a long pass from Brad Davis, and Tarpley is a rubber band man, and again, he just stays after the ball, makes it, keeps it alive for Sam Perkins.
New 24-second clock for Dallas. Brad Davis behind the Donaldson screen, and he buries it again. James Donaldson went out of this ball game with less than 2 minutes gone in the first quarter with a bloody nose. He's all right now. And he's in there along with Tarpley. Good ball movement by Los Angeles, and Byron Scott hits his first field goal of the night. He's 1 out of 6. 34-33 Dallas. 8:50 to go, second quarter. You were making your point about the entry pass down to Perkins. That's because he doesn't score so much, I'm sure you were going to say, down in the low post, so they don't have that confidence to get it to him. Shrimp misses the jump hook.
Oh, there's all kinds of purple shirts out on this break. They're going to get a foul against Brad Davis. Worthy was trying to get inside.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar back in the ballgame.
You're working yourself into a huge hole here tonight. I don't know if you'll ever make it out.
And you never throw me a rope. 34-33 Dallas. Scott. Now 1 out of 7. Davis, Shrimp, Donaldson, Tarpley, and Blackman in there for Dallas right now. Cooper and Scott, the guards. Worthy and Rambis, the forwards, and Abdul-Jabbar at center for L.A. Donaldson with 6 on the shot clock. Bad pass, but he gets it back. Shot clock down to 3. Davis knows it. Lakers can regain the lead.
Now someone has to guard Cooper, and you know it looks like he's just going to be able to go wherever he wants with the ball as he looks inside to Kareem.
Kareem a little too far away to make his move, I would think. He gets rid of it to Scott. Shot clock down to 4. Scott hits it.
Now, see, you're going to say he's 2 for 8, but actually, see, he's 2 or 3.
That's his thinking. I like it. That's the first foul on Michael Cooper. Timeout on the floor. 7:27 to go. In the first half, the Lakers have regained the lead by 1. The Los Angeles Lakers have taken a 1-point lead over Dallas, 35-34. And every time the Lakers get in the conference finals, they play another team out west. So there's always a pretender. San Antonio, Phoenix, Denver, Houston, Seattle, now Dallas.
And you circle that 1 year when the Lakers finally lost the final, and they lost to Houston, and everyone said at that time the Los Angeles Lakers are about to fall apart. The wheels are back on the wagon, and they're hitting them up and they're rolling them out.
Well, they're in Western territory now, down here in Dallas, Mavericks territory. The Mavericks a very different team when they play here at Reunion Arena. And they've displayed that tonight despite losing the lead by 1. They've lost it as Guire goes to the bench.
You never forget your boss.
Never. That's right. Always got a plug in for Don Guire.
35-34 LA.
Now, they have given Shrimp chances to score in the low post. That's not his favorite spot as Tarpley comes from the outside.
What an addition Tarpley is. Inside, outside, rebounder, runs the floor, handles the ball. He's going to be a great one if he keeps on this track. Scott saw the double team, got it out to Green, but the pass was deflected.
Now they've got a couple. Well, see, they've got a couple players they can gamble off out there. As the clock is on 6, they come to Kareem for a jumper. Doesn't stay. Near steal, Kareem.
Blackman running. He's back in the ballgame with Brad Davis at the guard positions. And he pulls up for his jumper. Blackman is not exactly off to a good start either, but Tarpley is there, stays with it. Cooper open on the break. He buries it. Dallas by 1. 6:20 to go. Second quarter. Three screens for Blackman, and then Rambis came up to break up his shot attempt.
They're looking for Tarpley against Kurt Rambis. There's 5 seconds on the shot clock.
Tarpley makes a huge beautiful play. Rambis defensed him as well as possible from the entry pass till he made the drive to the basket, and Tarpley just made a great shot.
In other words, there's no defense for Tarpley?
Not when he's hot.
Now, down here at this end, they can gamble off Green and Rambis. That makes it tough for Kareem. They've got 9 on the shot clock. He goes for the sky hook.
A little out of the range of that sky hook. Lob to Shrimp from Davis. Wasn't a good pass. Cooper almost threw it away, but Green collects it to score.
AC Green.
40-39 Dallas.
Even though Dallas has really looked to be dominating this game, the Lakers have stayed right there at the door. They're only down by 1, and they don't have their best offensive unit out on the floor. Donaldson, quick move.
And the basket, and no basket, offensive foul. You got it. He ran into Michael Cooper, who gives up about 200 pounds on that exchange.
And Donaldson saying, look, I don't get many chances to do this, and you take it away from me. Good play by Michael Cooper.
You got to want it to take a charge there.
No, you got to be a little crazy to take a charge there.
Shot clock down to 10 for L.A.
They're looking for Kareem.
Scott, they got it to him. The sky hook. Lakers back on top. Another lead change in this ball game. We have had more than half a dozen.
Rambis is out of the ball game. Thompson in, not only for his offense, but for his defense against Tarpley.
Davis with a drive, kicked it to Blackman, gets the basket, he'll go to the line. Blackman with his 6-point. Magic Johnson is coming back into the ball game, and Abdul-Jabbar picks up his first personal foul. Aguirre also back into the ball game. Shrimp goes to the bench.
One shot.
Aguirre has been a monster on the boards already. Throughout this series, Aguirre has been rebounding very well. Blackman misses, but there's Tarpley. Blocked by Magic Johnson when Tarpley, the youngster, put it on the floor. 21 on the shot clock for Dallas.
Well, he made the right move. That time he had to gather himself. He just didn't realize that Magic Johnson was there. Johnson timed it, knocked the ball away.
Tarpley has 7 rebounds in this game. Aguirre draws the double team. They reverse it to Blackman. He's wide open. Makes him pay. Blackman heating up a bit now. He has 8 in the ball game. And is 4 of 6 from the floor. Dallas by 3. Donaldson, big, powerful rebound. Abdul-Jabbar had position. Aguirre. Blackman, Donaldson with the rebound. Back-to-back rebounds by Donaldson, offensive and defensive. That brings them to their feet at Reunion Arena. Dallas up by 5 at 22nd. Timeout. Donaldson playing like a man possessed. Maybe you need to pop him in the nose every ball game.
Their best situations all the way around. But you come in with confidence because we can play. We have all-stars too. We can play. We got hoopers, and you have hoopers. So just like the schoolyard, you walk in, everybody's staring each other down, everybody's looking at each other, whatever. We're about to hoop and see what's up. And that's exactly how you have to go at it. But you got to go at it with the strategy, which we had it too, to be able to take away those fast break points and making sure that we rebounded the ball with them and fast broke against them also, not just run a half-court offense all the time because they were vulnerable for the fast break.
Magic wants this one against Brad Davis. He's telling everybody, just get out of the way. He's going to come across the middle. Kareem is open.
They reversed to Aguirre on Kareem. Donaldson left him, and then they got it down there. Thompson tipped it back in, but they'll give it to Thompson, of course. Donaldson may have touched it last, I think. 48-45 Dallas. 2:41 to go, second quarter. Much better effort by the Dallas Mavericks in this ball game tonight than in games 1 and 2. Donaldson. Big bucket, the turnaround, and he drew the foul. James Donaldson has 6 points and is playing very well the last 3 minutes of this game. And Dallas is moving it down into the post with more success. Bob Neal and Steve Jones with you from Reunion Arena. Dallas up by 5, 2:28 to go in the second quarter. Magic Johnson has the playoff look, a game face. That's what you might call it.
Well, Magic Johnson is perhaps the best traffic cop in the NBA. And right here you see he's aware that Brad Davis is on him, and he's telling everybody, get out of the way and get out. Let me go to work. They end up getting a basket for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar because of that kind of communication.
6 assists in this game. In game number 2, Magic Johnson had 19 assists. He averaged 17 assists per game in the regular season against Dallas. Donaldson missing. Thompson rebounding. Is underlined in the NBA. Magic Johnson loves to look over the wing to see Worthy sprinting down. And since his knee injury, a lot of people wondered if Worthy could continue that quick open court run, and yes, he can. Davis in trouble. Worthy steals it at the buzzer. No basket, but the Lakers have pulled to within 1 at halftime. And just a moment, Hugh Hollins may...
Traveling and Worthy. The Mavericks have the ball with 2 seconds left.
Calling traveling Worthy, Mavericks ball, 2 seconds left. Good play by Worthy to tip out the entry pass to Davis. No time gone on the clock. Maybe a tenth of a second or so. Doesn't get it to fall at the buzzer. Would have counted. Speaking of the Boston Gardens, I'll be back there on Wednesday night for Game 5 on the Superstation with Rick Barry. And Rick and Skip Carey, our egos will be totally out of control now. We learned that last night's ball game, the telecast from Boston Garden, the double overtime, was the highest rated cable cast ever. 8.1 rating, which means good. And Skip will be, you know, I don't know how we'll deal with him now.
Well, they'll take all the credit for it. Had nothing to do with the game.
No, just Skip and Rick. That's right. Speaking of a game, we've got a good one here. 52-51. Dallas up by 1. And Steve, as you and I talked, as we look at the stats, here is Dallas playing their heads off, and yet they're only up by 1. They've got to be aware that the Lakers are right there.
Well, the Lakers are right at the door. The Lakers, their field goal percentage has improved. So has Dallas's, both up a couple of notches. The free throws, there still hasn't been many available. The rebounding, it's still pretty even, and it seems to favor the Dallas Mavericks. The turnovers, that's also even. But you look at what's happened on second chance points, and that is the difference in the ballgame. If you can call 1 point a difference. One of the things that the Dallas Mavericks have been able to do is chase the ball after misses. And Roy Tarpley is one of the best in the NBA at it. He gets this one back, misses his first try, stays after it, and the Dallas Mavericks get 2. At the other end of the floor, the Dallas Mavericks have also improved defensively. Michael Thompson challenges Dave Donaldson. Donaldson blocks it. Mark Aguirre takes that ball and pushes it up the floor in a transition, and that's going to allow Roy Tarpley a chance to find himself deep at the basket, and that has been the difference in the Dallas Maverick attack. They are the aggressors. You look at the balanced attack of the Dallas Mavericks in terms of scoring, and you see Worthy is the leader for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Tarpley with his 12 points for Dallas goes with 11 rebounds. Tarpley had 9 rebounds in the second quarter, which is a Dallas Mavericks playoff record. Tarpley also has 7 of those offensive rebounds. Dallas out rebounding the Los Angeles Lakers 13-8 on the offensive end of the floor. And Roy Tarpley has just had himself a whale of a ball game. Magic Johnson has only 2 points in this game. He does have 8 assists, by the way, to go with his 6 rebounds, so he's certainly playing well, but he's only taken 3 shots in the game.
Well, so far he has not looked to be that busy at the offensive end, and I'm sure he's going to recognize that he's going to have to be more of a force, because that allows his teammates to get easier opportunity.
Lakers down by 1, in control of the ball to open the second half from Reunion Arena in Dallas.
Shot clock at 5. Worthy strikes.
James Worthy.
And Worthy has 14, and Dallas has the lead. L.A. has the lead, taking it from Dallas on the first possession. Worthy 7 out of 10 from the floor, by the way. Donaldson Continues the hot hand in the low post.
Now, when was the last time you can remember Donaldson being triple teamed? So Donaldson has drawn some attention. I don't know that Kareem needs that much help against him, but it's an easy two for Donaldson.
He's 4 out of 4 from the floor. Abdul-Jabbar finds a jammed up middle and gets it to Worthy. Rebound Magic.
They're going to call Johnson for the push-off.
And Magic just picked up his second personal. Dallas by 1 minute gone in the third quarter. Mavericks ball. Mavericks back to the wall. They are trailing LA 2-0. And during the Magic Johnson era, LA has never lost a series after being up 2-0.
Not many teams have. It's tough to do, and you know what they want to do here is win one game down in Dallas. They tie up Harper. Shot clock at 5.
Aguirre for 3. He gets it. Mark Aguirre hits the three-pointer, and Aguirre has 16 in the game, and Dallas has now hit their first three-pointer of the night after 5 attempts. Aguirre matched up defensively on AC Green.
If we were to talk about the tempo of the game, you'd say it was in favor of the Lakers. Johnson squeezes in 2. Excuse me, in favor of the Dallas Mavericks. They have gotten the Lakers slowed down, and in the first 2 games in L.A., the Lakers were on express.
Only the 4th shot of the ball game for Magic Johnson. Harper gets a big screen from Donaldson. Good switch out by L.A., however. And the rebound Green, and the Lakers run it. Here's Byron Scott. Completely under control for that basket. 8 points now for Scott in the ball game. He started off horrendously, went 0 for 5. He's now 3 out of 10. Tied at 57.
Scott steal.
Had 5 steals the other night. Scott with a jam. He's totaled now has 9 steals in 2.5 games against the Dallas Mavericks.
Well, you know, cameramen, they have tough duty. I don't know who that was underneath that basket, but he took a real tough shot. You'll see him right here. Oh!
Good shot.
The bump. That's a dance, and he did it.
Harper. Tied at 59 again. Derek Harper now with only 4 points in the ball game. He scored 2 in the early part. Hadn't scored again until now.
I see Magic again is telling him to clear, so that means he's going to get a chance to go on his own. And there's the little hook.
Well, I'm sure Magic Johnson knew what the stats were at halftime, and I'm sure he knew that he would have to provide more scoring points, as you pointed out, Steve, and he's done that here early in the third. Aguirre draws the double team. They reverse it to Blackman and to Perkins. To Donaldson.
Now, Perkins has to realize he's got Scott on him. He goes inside and leaves it for Donaldson, who turns it over.
Excellent Lakers defense. Worthy over Perkins. That's a tough job. Donaldson rebound. Now the Mavs run. Aguirre just stays with it, but doesn't get the hoop. Loose ball foul Dallas. It'll be on Perkins. His second foul of the game. Team fouls. Dallas 1, LA 1. 8:25 to go, third quarter. Lakers by 2, a chance to build a 4-point lead. Six on the shot clock. Scott tries for 3.
Well, he knew he wanted to get that one in the air against the shot clock. Near steal, Scott.
Well, you can see Scott coming. He never stops. Derek Harper inbounds. Dallas can tie. Donaldson gets Blackman off the screen. Has to double clutch, but gets it. Blackman with 12 in the game.
Kareem gives screens, but he's not good at rolling to the basket. Does a good job of tying up Perkins.
6 on the shot clock. Worthy.
Travel.
Good Dallas defense there, and Steve, that was excellent analysis because you see that Kareem couldn't make the roll move, which allowed Dallas to stay in their defensive posture and come up with the ball. Tied at 61, 7:28 to go in the third.
Possible, and I'm just daydreaming and kind of visualizing myself when I get on the court. What could happen if we beat these guys? I mean, maybe we were too excited and maybe we would have fell flat in the finals. I don't know. But the point is that we were able to stay such a young team. It took us, from 80 to 87, 7 years, finally to get to that point of recognition.
The thing that aggravates Kareem about all this is not that he doesn't foul, it's that he's been getting those kind of fouls all his career, and they never call him against the other guy. So now all of a sudden, here I am, I can't do what I used to do, and now you call fouls on me.
Kareem's too good. I tried to explain that to him. I said, Kareem, the problem is you're too good.
I'm not that good anymore, that's what he's saying.
41 years old.
Now I need some help.
James Donaldson just battled his way into a significant position with one of the better teams in the NBA, and Dallas takes a lead 63-61 despite injuries, despite being a fourth-round draft choice. And
Look at Kareem at the other end, and this is the side he likes to go to work on. They double him.
Perkins is there. Good job defensively. 5 on the shot clock. 3, 2, Worthy hits it with 1 on the shot clock. Oh, what a clutch shot by James Worthy. Tied at 63. Worthy shooting well. 8 out of 12 from the floor tonight. Hit 4 in a row. Blackman wide open from the screen. Rare miss for there. Donaldson battling. Scott stealing, bumped by Harper.
The guy that they have really not been able to locate at the offensive end is Sam Perkins. Johnson is guarding him, and they have not made Magic Johnson pay. He's got some personal fouls. Well, you see what's happened to the league. There have not been that many teams that have come back from a 2-0 deficit, and the teams that have done so have gone on to do some pretty special things in the playoffs.
There's the Mavericks bench. LA controlling the ball. It's tied at 63, 10 on the shot clock. Blackman's done a good job defensively on Scott tonight. Isolated, Abdul-Jabbar. Rebound Tarpley. Ahead to Aguirre. Nice move by Aguirre. Magic was there. 18 points for Mark Aguirre. Dallas has reclaimed the lead by 2. And Donaldson and Abdul-Jabbar going at it hard in the post. Donaldson picks up his second. Abdul-Jabbar has 3.
Well, you'll see Kareem, he misses a chance there. Tarpley does a good job of rebounding and outletting. Blackman looks ahead, and it's a good transition hoop for the Dallas Mavericks. And notice the Mavericks have pressured the basketball. They don't in the case of AC Green. They want him to take the shot. He does.
The one area AC Green has been working to improve is his perimeter game. He was drafted and used early as a rebounder. He's gotten better out there. Tied at 65. Almost stolen. Worthy. Blackman makes him pay by penetrating.
Tough shot.
Rolando Blackman has 14. He and Byron Scott are 2 of the 3 best off guards in the league. Pat Riley said Byron Scott was the best in the league. He said that's because Michael Jordan is in another league. Illegal defense is the call.
Well, we have not seen the double and triple pumps from John McLeod in terms of timeout, but we got a little intensity from him as he jumps off the bench. And what they're going to say is, who is guarding? And you see, watch Mark Aguirre sink back in there. Now he jumps out, and he's back in there again, and AC Green is out high.
Daryl Garrettson is red hot. He walked over right into the face of Richie Adebayo and said, "One more and you're out of here." The assistant coach, Adebayo, is sitting down in the green jacket. Even though McLeod was raging and ranting, it was Adebayo who was the loudest, the technical. And now the Lakers get the ball as Mark Aguirre works with Daryl Garrettson out in the middle of the court. Aguirre stepped in and out, showing exactly how that works. There's Adebayo on the left of the screen. You just barely see his coat there. He's the man who was the angriest. He's the defensive coach, as it were, for Dallas. Michael Thompson. Lakers by 1. 4:51 remaining, third quarter. Derek Harper. He has 6 points, only 2 in the first half. He's had 2 perimeter field goals drop here in the third quarter.
Well, Worthy wants to try to get inside, but they're sagging off of him. That leaves Magic Johnson inside, but he can't finish the play.
What a play by the big hands of McGuire. Derek Harper finger rolls it in. 71-68, Dallas by 3. Credit McGuire with the defensive play. Worthy is fouled on the drive.
And you'll see Worthy finds Magic Johnson inside, and Magic is just a little short on that, which McGuire gets a piece of and quickly outlets to Derek Harper, who rolls it in for an easy 2. Tonight, the Dallas Mavericks have been more aggressive, which has turned out to get them easy baskets. And when your defense picks up, your offense also comes along.
Steve, you can make that point again. I asked you at lunch today. I said, what can Dallas do to play better defense, to get playing better defense? And you made a point about their offense sometimes leads to their defense, which is unusual.
Well, I think that they're a team with very good offensive players. When they all know they're going to get a chance to shoot the ball, they get more active. And tonight they've been active on the defensive end, and it's resulted in some good things for them.
And a 1-point lead with 4:11 to go in the third quarter. Missing. Tarpley kept it alive. Perkins powers it inside, but tries to dish to Tarpley, who saves it. The crowd applauds the hustle of Roy Tarpley. New shot clock. McGuire was wide open on the right wing. Now he gets it to drive.
Well, they've worked real hard to get this shot up, and it's not the best shot they can take. They're going to get a push-off against Magic Johnson again on the rebound.
Magic's third personal foul. And that saves Dallas because they did not get off the shot they wanted on that offensive possession, despite the hustle by Tarpley to keep it alive. Harper had Perkins wide open down low. Never saw it. Perkins had an easy jam, and he'd been watching the ball. Magic Johnson, 4-point turnaround on that play.
Who's the guy that designed this 4 or 6 or 10-point turnaround anyway? If you don't score, it never was there.
It's always a 4-point turnaround. Is that what you're telling me? Mark McGuire missing. Rebound Worthy, tied up by McGuire. Jump ball. Hugh Hollins with the call.
Well, Thompson made a good save from the rear. He got a piece of the McGuire shot, which threw it off. We got a break in the action.
With 2:58 to go in the third. And from Reunion Arena, Dallas, Texas, the Lakers have taken a 72-71 lead with 2:58 to go in the third quarter. Along with Steve Jones, this is Bob Neal. Hope you're enjoying playoff action on TBS. Our 30th playoff telecast underway tonight. And the 31st and final one will come your way Wednesday night from Boston Garden, 8:05 Eastern Time, Game 5 of the Boston-Detroit series.
Well, an interesting change of events may come about. Magic Johnson was down during that entire timeout. He is now on the Laker bench. And you take a look at Johnson getting up, having a long conversation with Gary Beatty, the trainer. Worthy and McGuire jump.
Perkins kept it alive and couldn't hold it. Now Hollins and Garrettson have a disagreement over whose ball it is. Daryl Garrettson says it belongs to the Lakers.
There was no disagreement. The senior guy took over. He said, remember, I'm your boss, and I'm making this call.
Daryl Garrettson, supervisor of officials in the NBA, working with Hugh Hollins tonight. Dick Nevada, the alternate, sitting at the scorer's table.
Now, one of the things they can do is put better pressure on the ball without Magic Johnson there. Scott to Thompson. Good play.
So we understand from the sideline, the Los Angeles bench, that Gary Vitti, the LA trainer, says that Magic Johnson's groin is bothering him. It's been injured. He says every time he comes out of the ball game, it's really hurting him. So we'll keep our eye on Magic Johnson and whether or not he'll be okay to return. AC Green with the rebound off the long Rolando Blackman miss. Lakers up by 3 with 2 minutes to go, third quarter.
Well, the one thing you know, the Dallas Mavericks can't play better than they're playing right now. And the Lakers are in the ball game and have an advantage. They're working against the shot clock, which is at 5.
Now down to 3. Worthy has it blocked. Was it Perkins or Tarpley? On the run, Aguirre. Tarpley got the block. Traveled. LA ball. The fans here went nuts when Michael Cooper got that ball caught up on his hip and traveled, and there was no call.
Well, you'll see Worthy recognizes a chance to go to the hoop, comes across, and the long arms of Sam Perkins gets a piece of that. Now, they'll push it the other way. Now, all of the Los Angeles Lakers say Roy Tarpley travels. You be the judge as he catches the ball before the contact from Michael Cooper.
Tarpley goes to the free throw line, a 71% shooter. We talked about Magic Johnson. There are his numbers: 8 points, 7 rebounds, and 8 assists, and 9 assists. And he's on the bench with a sore groin. He had had the groin pull for quite a while. It's bothered him off and on, and he's having trouble with it tonight. Scott running the show. He's in there with Cooper at the guard position.
Now, Shrimp is against Michael Thompson. They immediately attack him. They just can't get the job done with that possession.
Believe it or not, they're both the same size. Shrimp and Thompson, 6'10". Tarpley draws the double team, gets it to Perkins, misses the jam. Perkins really struggling in this series. Stolen by Shrimp. Bad pass from Scott. Will the Lakers miss Magic Johnson on the bench with an injury? Brad Davis missing.
The story will be, will he stay on the bench as the Mavericks do a good job of keeping the ball alive? Davis thinks about a three-pointer and changes his mind.
Shrimp can't find anybody. They kick it back out with 14 on the shot clock. Chance to take the lead for Dallas. They trail by 1. What LA defense. Davis. Perkins stayed with it that time. Big rebound and stick back by Sam Perkins. His first point since midway in the first quarter. Shrimp with a foul, reaching around James Wood. Dallas has taken a 1-point lead.
That's a 15, so James Worthy will get to shoot some free throws.
Lakers' next foul will put Dallas at the line also. John McLeod. Is there a wrinkle in his shirt? No, never. Worthy misses his first free throw of the series, as a matter of fact. Tied at 75. We have ourselves a beauty here at Reunion Arena as Dallas, as Steve told you at the beginning of the ballgame, knows their backs are against the wall. To go down 0-3, 0-2 is bad enough. Nobody in the Magic Johnson era has come back and beaten LA.
Well, they're telling Green to go, and he does. They get a steal. Now will they get a hoop?
He'll go to the line. Brad Davis with the blocking foul. 8 seconds to go in the quarter.
AC Green really put the pressure on the defense, and Brad Davis paid the price, but it's tough to get a charge when you're moving backwards. He never did get a chance to get himself set. The crowd here at Reunion reacts in a hostile manner.
Oh, they love the miss by Green. Now the Lakers struggling a little bit at the free throw line. They've missed 2 out of the last 3 shots. Magic Johnson on the bench, sore groin. Green gets 1 out of 2. Lakers by 1, 7 seconds to go in the half. Perkins missed the ocean had he been trying to hit it. These two fine, outstanding backcourts. It was all Scott and Johnson in the first couple of games, but Blackman and Harper making somewhat of a comeback tonight, Steve.
Well, when you look at the numbers, they really reflect what the pairs have done through the course of the season. Scott, of course, has been the leading scorer for the Los Angeles Lakers through the course of the season. Blackman and Harper, they have gotten better balance between the two. You see that tonight, Scott is not having a sensational offensive night, and everyone is a little bit closer. But it's still an even contest in those backcourt.
And Magic Johnson is on the bench for Los Angeles with a sore groin. We'll keep a track on how he'll do on that. We do not know if he'll return to the game. Lakers have on the floor Scott and Cooper at guard, Thompson, Worthy, and A.C. Green up front. For Dallas, it's going to be Perkins, Brad Davis, Roy Tarpley, Shrimp, and Derek Harper.
Both teams go with a smaller, quicker units. We'll see which team can apply the pressure and turn the tide of the game. Pressure by the Lakers.
Really out high on the ball.
Shot clock at 5.
Tarpley gets the miss. Stays with it. Perkins tried to pass it out. The play was blocked by L.A. and the Lakers run 3-on-3.
Well, that showed you the long arms of Perkins and Tarpley to keep that ball alive. They couldn't get it done, and the Lakers will set up and see if they find James Worthy against Detlef Schrempf. Green from the outside. Push off Michael Thompson.
Got it. Lakers up by 1, 11-13 to go in the ball game. Thompson's second foul.
Pat Riley is signaling the same thing, fellas. Let's go back to this trap. Let's see if they react in the same manner, and they can force something from the outside and get a transition bucket. Tarpley open.
And he penetrates. Scoop shot was ill-advised, and a push is going to be called on Tarpley. That'll be his third personal.
Well, Tarpley has tremendous imagination, and that was the best of his imagination there. He got very creative and turned out to foul at the other end.
Lakers by 1. Cooper tried to get it to Scott. Turnover. It'll be Dallas ball. Chance to regain the lead. Magic Johnson on the bench in pain.
What makes all this circling effective for the Lakers is when they score. It becomes tougher to trap and continue to trap if you don't score. They're going to get an illegal defense against James Worthy.
And that'll draw the technical. That's the second call against the Lakers.
Well, you can see that Riley is into this ball game, and he is circling the wagons, and he's calling for that trapping defense.
Brad Davis gets the technical, and Magic Johnson is back into the game with a sore groin. Abdul-Jabbar also returning, as is Rolando Blackman. He's getting Derek Harper for Dallas. So Cooper and let's check it. Worthy goes to the bench. And Scott. Magic and Cooper in the backcourt. Abdul-Jabbar, A.C. Green, and Michael Thompson up front. Tarpley blows past the floor. Abdul-Jabbar gets the reverse and the foul. Did the basket count? No, it did not. Game is tied at 76.
Well, again, if you want to expose Kareem, give Tarpley the same opportunity. Tarpley certainly likes a chance to go outside in, and Kareem is guarding him. They come back to Sam Perkins against Thompson.
And Mark McGuire's been on the bench a long time here. Perkins draws the foul, gets the basket. Good move by Sam Perkins. Thompson draws the foul.
Perkins uses those long arms, wheels around, and Thompson is saying, I don't mind the hoop, but the foul to go with it because I don't think I touched him.
Dallas can take a three-point lead. Widest spread in the game has been 6 points.
And Magic Johnson in to try to get the Laker attack going at the offensive end. They turn the ball over. They double Kareem.
And Cooper want to get it back. Shot clock to 6 and an illegal defense call on Dallas. They'll go to the free throw line, will the Lakers, for a technical, and then assume possession of the ball.
It only takes a momentary lapse to get an illegal defense, and that's what's happening. Teams, want to double. They want to rotate the defense. Someone forgets to react. Cooper doesn't make the free throw.
Interestingly enough, Steve, that was his first free throw of this entire series for Michael Cooper. He's a good shooter, but he had not taken a free throw attempt in the entire series to that point. Dallas by 3.
Now they want to go to Kareem against Tarpley. Perkins doubles him. They can't get it to the weak side.
Out of bounds.
Brad Davis knocked it out. Thompson had knocked the ball up in the air. Davis tried to save, bounced it on the line. Good hustle by Dallas.
The Lakers led by 1 at the beginning of this quarter. 2 minutes, 15 seconds have gone by. Lakers have not scored. They now trail by 3, 79-76. First points of the quarter for LA.
Green has had a solid game tonight. 11 points in the game for him.
They clear the side for Shrimp. Shot clock to 10. Davis open. Perkins from Davis. Perkins has 12 points now. Abdul-Jabbar over Tarpley. Good play by Tarpley. He keys the break. Blows past Abdul-Jabbar.
Good block by A.C. Green, but again, Tarpley shows his mobility and ability to handle the ball in an open court. Shrimp out of the ball game. Aguirre back in, and you'll see Tarpley trying to go all the way. Green comes in at the last minute to swat it away.
Aguirre has 18 points now. He's back in for the final 9 minutes, or at least that's how it appears. Tarpley with 14 points and 15 rebounds, by the way. 11 seconds on the shot clock for Dallas.
You know you're at home because they normally don't make that announcement, but we want you all to know you don't have much time to shoot it. They double Perkins.
Blackman wide open. He's got it with 1 on the shot clock. Dallas to a 5-point lead with 8:37 to go in the fourth quarter. LA ball, 19 seconds on their shot clock. Michael Thompson left open, and he cans it from the perimeter.
Well, this is a lot like a marathon in the sense that the game has been close and you're looking to make the break and you're going to see which team is going to die. Right now, the Lakers find themselves down by 3.
Aguirre was mugged coming across the middle. They get it to Blackman. He hits it from the perimeter, and Aguirre is limping. Running down court with great difficulty is Mark Aguirre. Now trying to guard A.C. Green over on the right side of your screen. Abdul-Jabbar skyhook misses. Dallas foul. It's on Tarpley, his 4th. We'll be back in a moment. Aguirre has been shaken up. 8:02 to go in this ball game. Dallas by 5. Be all right, but he looked to be shaken up here in the play just prior to the timeout called on the floor, Steve.
Well, Aguirre is the man in the circle, and you'll see what happens as he comes across the floor. There's an exchange, and he just kind of slipped and went down. Now, he may have turned or pulled something slightly as Rolando Blackman ends up with a wide-open opportunity. But Aguirre is said to be okay and will return. Now, in Los Angeles, you had mousse in your hair. That's what L.A. will do. Look at your hair now.
It's kind of Dallas style for this. New red tie, my hair in the
I must compliment you. That's an outstanding tie.
Thank you. 85-80 Dallas. 8 minutes to go in the ball game. Mark Aguirre is back. Magic Johnson also on the floor. He's playing. He re-injured his groin earlier in this ball game, but has returned to play despite being noticeably slowed.
Well, Kareem did not score in the third period, so those free throws are the first points of the second half for him. He now has 10.
And the Dallas Mavericks lead it by 3 with under 8 minutes to go in the ballgame. Dallas trailing LA 2 games to none in the Western Conference Final Series. Stripped away from Aguirre. Magic Johnson gets it to Cooper. Breakaway foul on Rolando Blackman.
Do you understand the breakaway rule?
Sure, here it comes. If a half-court game hasn't been established and you're fouled from behind, you get the free throw and possession of the ball.
Well, it's called body to body. Anything from the rear that's called body to body, no half-court game or anything else, that is it. And right there you see Blackman come in and make some contact from the rear, and that's why he gets the breakaway foul.
With you, I always have to be ready for the pop quiz.
Well, we got the head official here. You know, he called us last week.
He told me, he said, you guys ready tonight? Absolutely, Mr. Garrison. And so there are the free throws, and LA now will resume possession of the ball. 85-84, Dallas, with 7:41 to go in this ball game. John McLeod talking to Garherd on his right. Richie Adebayo, his assistant coach, out of the picture on the left.
Now let's see if they come back to Magic Johnson against a smaller Brad Davis. They go inside. They can't handle the ball for Michael Thompson.
Perkins comes away with it. Dallas up by 1. Derek Harper has been on the bench a long time. Brad Davis running things in crunch time. He gets a screen. Misses the bucket. Magic Johnson gets the rebound. Laker break not as effective tonight. Mainly due, I think, to Magic Johnson not being able to get down court quite as fast as he'd like.
Well, Dallas has got to have some credit. They've done a better job of getting back. Worthy wide open. Right at the basket, won't stay.
Tarpley tipped it away. Blackman controlled it. It's 4-on-2. Davis. Great LA defense, and back comes Worthy. Has Abdul-Jabbar down there, and now Johnson tipped away by Tarpley. Saved by Blackman. Back to Tarpley. Aguirre. Goaltending Cooper. Count it for Dallas. 87-84.
That may not have gone in, and that's the shot that Cooper likes to make. I mean, that's a play he likes to make, where he turns and then tries to react. The guy that's made all of the plays in transition tonight has been Roy Tarpley for the Dallas Mavericks. A good push ahead, and Aguirre attacks. Cooper doesn't get there in time.
Dallas by 3, 6:28 to go in the ballgame, 10 on the clock.
The Magic is looking for a chance. They're going to get a foul against Kareem.
His fifth personal foul. 5 on Abdul-Jabbar. Scott re-entering the ball game for LA.
Well, you'll see Kareem come over and hold Brad Davis around the head as he disappears out of the picture.
Abdul-Jabbar goes to the bench. Magic Johnson moves up front with Worthy and Thompson. Scott and Cooper are the guards. Tarpley. Dallas ball. New shot clock. Dallas leading it by 3. 6:11 to go in the ball game. Beat LA, the chant going up from this reunion arena crowd.
That's an easy song to sing, but it's a tough thing to do. Lakers poke it away.
10 on the shot clock. Tarpley just takes it back to the hoop, gets the basket, draws the foul from Michael Thompson, which will be his 4th. Abdul-Jabbar on the bench with 5. That's Donald Carter, the owner of the Mavericks in the cowboy hat.
Now, Tarpley just makes a lot of things happen on his own. Takes the ball, puts it on the floor, makes a tough shot, gets the foul, now has a chance for the three-point play.
16 points, 15 rebounds for Tarpley. 17 points. Tarpley has 9 offensive rebounds. Dallas by 6. That matches their biggest lead of this game. Johnson driving, sore groin and all, missed it, but he was fouled. Perkins draws the personal, his 3rd. Magic Johnson, you can tell that he's in pain. He walks gingerly. He's having trouble getting that real deep knee dip for the free throw. Got one of them. He tries to keep it loosened up. He comes out early to jog, etc. It's a groin that he's been dealing with for a long time. Dallas by 5. 5:28 to go in the game.
You know, the bad thing about a groin injury, they don't get any better until they get complete rest, and that's not going to happen until they either win or they are eliminated. Tarpley keeps that one alive.
Harper had to shoot it. There was 3 on the shot clock. And there's Tarpley again, and now he's got 16 rebounds. 10 offensive boards. Good defense by L.A. Shot clock to 10, 9 and counting. They want to post up Aguirre. Can't do it. Blackman's open as they reverse it. Foul away from the ball on Los Angeles.
Foul by James Worthy.
Worthy's first personal of the ball game. Team foul situation. That puts Dallas at the line. 5 on the Lakers. Dallas has committed 4 team fouls. With 4:58 remaining and Dallas up by 5. Aguirre as his 19th points in this ball game. It rimmed out and they get it to Aguirre. They started all over again. Very big break. They'll milk clock and get an opportunity for 3 points on the possession. Harper for 3. He stepped on the line. It was a 2-point attempt. Aguirre saves it. Great play by Aguirre. And new possession time for the Mavericks. Clock down to 4:35 in the game. Mavericks by 6. Crowd on their feet at Reunion Arena in Dallas.
Well, they sense a chance for their team to break away, but they've got to be able to cash in. They've had the ball here for the last 3 or 4 possessions. They come away with nothing now. Riley perhaps will just come unglued at this call right here as Michael Thompson gets called for a push. You'll see Aguirre come right into your living room making a save.
Both L.A. centers in foul trouble. Abdul-Jabbar on the bench with 5. Now Thompson with 5, and Kareem re-enters the game. 4:20 remaining. Dallas by 6, but L.A.'s defense tenacious.
Well, remember, Aguirre was on the line. He made 1 of 2. They saved that. They came back. They missed a couple of tries. They saved those. And now they come back with Tarpley on the line, and they cash. So they're at that point right now where if they can make a little bit of break, they have a little bit of breathing room. He gets them both.
Tarpley used his body English to rive that one in. 93-85, Dallas' biggest lead of the game. 4:14 to go. Timeout, Los Angeles. The Mavericks trying to avoid a sweep in Dallas. 15 to go.
Well, what the Lakers realize they have to do is score. And so we'll see if they come back. Worthy is one of their better attackers, gets inside, and he draws a foul.
Sam Perkins. 4 fouls on Perkins.
Now, one thing you have to remember is there's still a lot of time in the ball game, and Dallas has not really been able to dominate the Lakers. They have played their best game, and they have finally got some breathing room, but the Lakers are a good team of playing from the rear. Worthy misses that one. As we take a look at the players that are in foul trouble, and certainly the Lakers are hurting in that area at this point in the game.
They're hurting at the line, too. 9 out of 16 are the Lakers. That's just barely better than 50% from the free throw line for L.A. Coming into this game, L.A. was shooting free throws at an 85% clip.
Well, right now, the Lakers are the ones that are doing the chasing, and Aguirre makes the hoop.
A 10-point lead for Dallas with 3:46 to go. They're going crazy here at Reunion Arena. Riley said he feared this arena because he compares it with the top 2 or 3 in the league and being tough to play in.
Well, again, sometimes that's coaches' talk because they've been able to come in here and shut this crowd and this team down. They know that Dallas plays much better here as we take a look at the timeout situation.
Like a different team than the Dallas team we saw in L.A. for 2 games. Worthy goes for 3.
Well, he saw that other big guy last night make one, so he figures he'll get one. They're going to get a foul against Mark Aguirre after Cooper kept the ball alive.
Aguirre picked up his first personal. Cooper, ever alert, stole the ball from Dallas. Aguirre went back to get it. Call for the personal.
You'll see Worthy take the long shot, and right there, Cooper comes in to make the steal, and he'll say, wait a minute, he fouled me. Please.
And Cooper hits the free throw. Dallas lead cut to 9. 3:34 to go. AC Green back into the ball game. AC Green, James Worthy, Cooper, Magic Johnson, and Byron Scott. The quote small lineup in there for the Lakers. Both centers on the bench with 5 fouls. Abdul-Jabbar and Michael Thompson.
Well, with this lineup, the Lakers again will be looking to go into their half-court trap, and we'll see if the Dallas Mavericks attack. If they attack, there's going to be some shots available for them underneath the basket. Steal by Cooper.
Bad pass from McGuire. Shot clock was down to 10 seconds. Lakers can cut it to 6 with a lot of time left. 3+. Magic Johnson doesn't get it. He goes down to the floor. Let's see if he's all right. Dallas runs.
Magic made the play, just couldn't finish it. And they'll come back to Roy Tarpley against Cooper.
And he's fouled by Cooper. 2:54 to go in the game. Dallas by 8 points. This Dallas team has a very fragile confidence barrier that occasionally gets broken. Let's see if they can maintain it here in the final 2:54.
Well, it's easier to be ahead and do the right things than it is to be behind and do the right things. But Dallas has certainly played a more aggressive basketball game, and that's what's got them the lead tonight.
11 offensive rebounds for Roy Tarpley. He has been an awesome force. Came into the game, only 2 minutes had gone by when James Donaldson suffered a bloody nose. Tarpley entered the game early, made his presence felt immediately. 10-point Dallas lead. Make it 8, and a possibility to cut it down to 7 as Magic Johnson hits the basket, draws the foul. Harper picks up his 3rd.
You know, the amazing thing about this game is how you can miss an easy try like Magic did the last time and then come back and make a tougher one this time, plus pick the foul up. Now he has a chance for a 3-point play.
You're the player. How does that happen? Let's hear the answer for that one.
Well, your concentration's a little bit better.
I knew you knew. Dallas by 8. Time remaining in the game. Bottom right of your screen.
And Dallas should be looking to attack this trap. They're willing to play outside basketball. Harper for 3.
That isn't exactly what John McLeod would have called, but Harper took it and buried it, a clutch basket, and an 11-point, largest of the game lead for Dallas with 2:19 remaining. And for that one, Scott comes out firing, missing. Rebound, Tarpley. 19 rebounds for Roy Tarpley to go with his 20 points.
2 minutes.
He's close to a 20-20 double-double. There's that L.A. trap, and Blackman's in trouble. Gets it to Aguirre.
Well, John McLeod nearly called a timeout, but they still have 5 on the shot clock. They have yet to really go inside. Blackman travels, so they get their turnover. What you want to do against the trap is move the ball before the double team gets there and then look underneath, and Dallas has not done that in the last 3 possessions. Magic Johnson for 3.
He's 3 out of 3 for 3-pointers in this playoff series. 192, Dallas by 8, a minute 35 to go. Dallas has controlled the boards 14-5 in this 4th quarter.
Again, they back it out. You want to use some time, but again, you want to be the team that puts the pressure on the defense. 5 on the shot clock. Blackman.
Big drive and bucket by Mr. Clutch, Rolando Blackman. 10-point Dallas lead, minute 15 to go. Magic Johnson missing on the drive. Rebound AC Green. He's fouled by Roy Tarpley. Personals on Tarpley. Brad Davis coming into the ballgame for Dallas with a minute 5 to go. Better ball handler. He'll get Mark Aguirre, who goes out. Aguirre's had a very fine game tonight. 23 points, some excellent defensive play, and a host of rebounds for Mark Aguirre also in this ballgame. He had 10 rebounds.
Well, the offensive rebounds have really been key for the Dallas Mavericks in making the break and getting this lead and looking like they're going to get a chance to win their first game here at home. AC Green gets both of the free throws. 102
102-94. Dallas by 8 with a minute to go. Barkley into Perkins. Kick it back to Davis. And almost stolen. Tarpley is on the near side, but Perkins gets the weak side pass. He's fouled. 43 seconds remaining in this game. Dallas leading it by 8.
If the Lakers will have any consolation in this ball game, they will know that Dallas played almost as well as they can play, and it took them about 40 minutes before they could shake them. And the Lakers had that one stretch where they're outscored 8-1, and that really made the difference in this game. So the Lakers will try to come back in game number 4. Jetler Tripp comes in the ball game. Davis goes out.
Big question for L.A. after this ball game is the groin condition of Magic Johnson. It is something that has been with him for a while, but he had to leave and miss playing time. You could see even in his movements that it definitely bothered him in this ball game tonight. Timeout Lakers, 43 seconds to go. Dallas with a 10-point lead. Lakers went up 2 games to zip in Los Angeles, and it just looked like, and everybody in L.A. and many people in Dallas were talking sweep. As a matter of fact, the newspapers here said the Mavericks were sound asleep with an SW. They called them the Alice Mavericks because of no D. They said in L.A. it's showtime, in Dallas it's slow time. I mean, that's the press facing the Mavericks when they returned from L.A. And nevertheless, the crowd got behind them, and they have a 10-point lead tonight.
You have been waiting all night to use all of that material, and we now got a chance to get it in. But what's really his team is whether the Dallas Mavericks could come out and be the aggressors, and they did that tonight, and that reflects in their effort, and they now have a chance to win the first game. You know the Lakers have been in a situation of having to win one game on the opposition floor, and they've been able to do it, and that's all they came down here to do. It's real tough to sweep a good team. And the Dallas Mavericks, they weren't exactly chopped liver the entire season, so they've been able to play well here, and tonight they came out and gave a good effort.
A couple of pieces of NBA news today. Red McCombs bought at least 80% of the San Antonio Spurs from Angelo Drossos, we learned today. And also the Orlando Sentinel newspaper is reporting that ex-Philadelphia coach Matty Gukas will become the new head coach of the expansion Orlando Magic, Steve.
Now explain this to me. Does that mean that 80% means he owns the team, or he just is taking some pressure off Angelo Drossos?
Good question. No answer for you. But a couple of pieces of news from the NBA. 104-94, Dallas leading here with 43 seconds remaining in the game.
Well, you know, the Los Angeles Lakers have been a real tough team. You know, you go back to then, and in the 60s, the Boston Celtics were the nightmare for the Los Angeles Lakers. No matter what the lead was, Boston always managed to come back and win.
That was the year that Boston made it 2 in a row, the last NBA team to win 2 back-to-back titles. LA going for it this year, and they've got to get play past the Dallas Mavericks. It looked easier in Los Angeles. Lakers trail it by 10 here with 43 seconds to go. The teams will be off tomorrow. They'll play again here in Dallas on Sunday afternoon. Let's watch the three-pointers here. That man, Michael Cooper, has been just shooting the lights out from three.
Well, what's really key is baskets and steals. If you can force the opposition to turn the ball over after you score, then that's important. If you can't, then it doesn't make any difference. Magic for 3. Doesn't get it.
First three-point attempt miss of this series for Magic. Foul in the backcourt on L.A. It stops the clock at 33 with Dallas still up by 10, and this one's all over. Pat Riley knows it. No, he doesn't know it.
You know,
when the horn blows.
No, you know, at this point you're saying, well, we don't really have any control. The other team isn't making enough mistakes for us to really get a chance to do anything. All they're doing is stopping the clock and hoping nobody's praying, or at least nobody's answering the prayers today.
Perkins at the free throw line. Perkins struggled through this game, but nevertheless made some very significant big plays. Mark Aguirre had a very excellent game, 23 points. He went out of the ball game late to get some ball handlers in as Dallas had the big lead, and they did not need the Aguirre scoring punch with the lead.
9 in the period for Perkins as Magic Johnson tries to push it.
Roy Tarpley with a 20-20 tonight. 20 points, 20 rebounds. Kept that one alive for Perkins to get. Time remaining in the game, 20 and counting. They're on their feet at Reunion Arena. Shot clock is off. That's the time remaining.
You know, Cooper's just the kind of guy that never quits. He knows that they can't win the game, but he's not going to let them have it easy. So he goes over and dogs somebody, but this one is over.
106-94, Dallas by 12. The Mavericks played with great intensity from the get-go, and they get themselves a victory. And now it's LA 2 games to 1. They'll play again at Reunion Arena on Sunday. The Mavericks will have a chance to tie it up.